Welcome to Sadec in the Mekong Delta. We're about 110 kilometers southwest of Saigon and about 40 kilometers or so from the border of Cambodia. Now, Sadec is famous for its history. It's also famous for markets, food, noise, motorbikes, flowers, and lovers as well. So we might even go and check out somewhere where some lovers hung out back in the 1900s or so, whenever that was. But in this video, I'm going to take you around Sadec. I'm going to take you to some great places where you can eat, hang out, have a look at a bit of history, and just take in the people and culture. It's a fantastic place to visit, so let's go and check it out. So here we are, ground zero of Sadec. We're at Sadec Market. It's early in the morning, and of course we're looking for something to eat. And we've come across this amazing space here, and what we're probably going to find is some kultil, pho bar, and also later on when we're looking for something sweet, we'll knock off some chairs. So first, let's go and have a look for some pho. Okay, so we've taken up a spot at Kim Young's place in the market here, and it looked like a great place to stop and eat. Now what I've got here is a typical bowl of Satay. That's beef noodle soup, of course. Some typical things like the beans here, chili, nice red chilies, look at that, and this looks like kamquat. Sometimes I call it calamansi. I'm not really quite sure what the difference is, to be honest. And it seems to be something that's used quite a bit in the sort of western areas of Vietnam, I've noticed. And obviously it's there for a little bit of sweetness. They seem to like sweet food a lot in this area. And right along here, along the stalls, they've just got mountains of herbs, Vietnamese basil of course, watercress, and even more mountains of bean shoots. And now something that's a little bit different that I haven't seen or tried before in my pho Thai. Little bit of chili and satay. So I'm not a huge fan of satay, but I'm gonna give it a crack. And it's in a small amount, so it shouldn't be too bad. So let me put all this together and give it a go, hey? So where do I start? I usually like to start with my limes, or in this case kumquat. Quite sweet. It's gonna be sweet. I might go easy on that one, I think. I want to chuck in some of these beautiful red chilies. Look at that. That's going to pack some heat. I like a lot of those, and usually go for these sort of Vietnamese basil leaves here. Love these. Mountains of these. Now this is how you add it to your soup. You just don't dunk it in there. You just pop the leaves off. I'm not quite sure what that is, but I might chuck that in. Let's give it. too much flavour there. And I've been told that these things here, they're good for men's health. It's one of the very first things I learned when I came to Vietnam. So chuck plenty of those in. And these beans have just been lightly blanched, so they're warm to touch. And obviously softer to eat. Now, I probably should get Miss Young to show me how to tip this baby in. Okay, inside. She said inside. I don't know if I can go the whole hog. I'm being a bit weak here, but there you have it. Have a look at that. Glistening on top. It looks fantastic. What a breakfast. Give it a swish around. It's piping hot as well. And look at that. Beautiful rice noodles as well. I mean, that's par for the course. Look at that. The satay test. Sweet at first, and then that chili I put in just kicked in. Certainly a good way to wake up in the morning. Look at this. Let's try some of that beef. I'm actually quite liking the satay. Usually when you get a satay dish in Vietnam, in Saigon anyway, the bowl is just doused, it's drowned in satay, and I'm just not into it, but this one, I can really do this. Just a nice little touch of the satay flavour. The spicy is coming through, and of course the herbs are starting to really give us that fragrant smell which we love about Satay. Big chunks of beef as well. So, is this a pho I would recommend or eat every day? Most definitely. I'm quite surprised about the satay that goes in it with the... it's almost like a sambal that's mixed in there as well. As I said before, not a huge fan of satay, but in small doses in a pho thai just adds another little extra burst of flavour in it, which is fantastic. It's amazing. Now, I'm going to finish the rest off, and then later on, we'll go and check out some jam. So I've just had a hot bowl of pho and it's super hot now. Now what I'd like to do is try out some chè. Now these are Vietnamese style desserts, but in Vietnam they'll eat them any time of the day, and it can actually be a breakfast meal as well. So there are things like fruits, also some sort of, I think there's vegetables in there as well, full of ice, condensed milk, all sorts of beautiful things and colours in here. I'm gonna go for something over here that I've had before. I better wait in line. Look at this, I think tofu, bánh lọt. Okay, I don't really know what that is, but it's a kind of bun, and this is tofu, and it's in a little soup, and it's warm. It's like a little warm water bottle. Oh, and a bit of coconut milk by the looks that I can add into it. Okay, 5,000 Đồng. I'm not sure how we're going to eat it. What we're going to tip it into could go everywhere. I could be wearing it any moment soon. Here we go. Let's try this. Oh yeah, beautiful. It's after eating a pho bar, you know, you're all oniony, garlicky, sweaty and hot. Get one of these babies into you. Coconut milk, tofu. Little bit sweet, but little bit, not really savoury, but just the tofu's not sweet, of course. Yeah, really good.